Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2019 drama, a little bit of comedy in it, film, The Farewell. This is Lulu Wang, written and directed by Lulu Wang. She, Wang? Wen? Lulu. No, it's Lulu. This stars Aquafina as this character, Billy. Aquafina is a goddess amongst us mere mortals. She won the Golden Globe for Best Leading Actress this past award ceremony bit, which was awesome because it was the first time an Asian female won for Best Leading Actress. So power to progression. Finally, this is cool because Aquafina herself, her real name's Nora, but her stage name's Aquafina. Her mom is Korean. Her dad is Chinese. Her mom passed away, when she was like 4 or something like that. But she was born in like Stony Brook, actually, on Long Island, and she grew up in New York. I think her dad's dad owns a Chinese restaurant in Queens, and it was like one of the first ones in that particular area way back in like the 40s or 50s or whatever. So little fun little facts about her parental heritage, sure. So, this film is about, apparently it's a thing, and I didn't know this, that in certain Chinese families and certain Chinese cultures, it's best not to inform a loved one of their dying diagnosis. Does that make sense? That you lie to them, but it's a good lie, as the doctor explained in various moments of this show. So, the whole family of this clan is coming together to celebrate a wedding. They're putting on a fake wedding to have everyone come back together again because the grandmother, the Nai, she has stage 4 lung cancer. So they don't want to tell her to have her die of fear or die of worry. They want her to just live in happiness because all the family's back together again. Her 2 sons haven't been together back in China for over 25 years. One son moved to America. That's where Billy's dad comes in. And the other son moved to Japan. That's where Hao's so Billy's cousin, Nora, whose real name is Nora, Aquafina's character of Billy, and her cousin, there you go. Okay. So the fake wedding of the cousin goes on. It's just family things. It's having the dinners and having the cookings together and, playing games and laughing. And there's a whole family scene with all of them laughing that a dog starts to sing, which is really just that kind of thing. I thought it was really neat because a lot of this film was back and forth between Mandarin and English. So there was the subtitles for the Mandarin, and then there was just, no subtitles for English. I always watch movies with subtitles on, so it was really hard for me to watch it at first because the Mandarin is subtitled. I don't speak Mandarin, so I need to read what the Mandarin is that they are actually saying. But then when you have subtitles on, the English is subtitled, and then when they speak Mandarin, the subtitle says speaking in Mandarin. But then the actual translated text is on the bottom of the screen anyway, because that's how the film was made. So I actually took off the subtitles so I could read what the production company wrote, because otherwise I couldn't read it. So I thought it was interesting that I always watch film with subtitles, and here we are that I couldn't actually read the subtitles until I took the subtitles off. It was a very weird catch-22, if that makes any sense. I really liked this movie. I thought it was going to be funnier than it actually is. This is a very serious movie, but I thought everyone did a great job. I really liked Aquafina's portrayal in this dramatic role because I've only seen her in very comedic things. She was in Crazy Rich Asians. She done a shit ton of YouTube stuff. She had a leading role in Neighbors 2, which was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Is just her being this sorority girl. It's just great. She was in the last Jumanji that came out. Aquafina is a massive star right now. She's extremely talented. I knew she could do comedy, and obviously she could do action because of watching her in the past Jumanji, The Next Level. Didn't know she could do drama. So I was very impressed with this. I know she has a show on Comedy Central, I believe. It's like Aquafina's Nora from Queens or something like that, which is, I assume, autobiographical since her name is Nora. She is from Queens, and her stage name's Aquafina. I don't know that much, but I love her. I've loved her since I first saw her. I don't remember the first YouTube video I saw of her years ago, but this was neat because it showed a different take on culture. there's what, 190 something countries across the entire world, and there's different cultures per region of certain countries. Like I live on Long Island, so my culture is very different compared to someone who lives in the South, right? That whole Southern accent and the Southern hospitality, all that stuff. Like, it's foreign to me because I'm not from there, but it's the same country, the United States of America, but there's different regions that have different cultures. So that was showing that different parts of China had different cultures as well, and different family members share different means of culture. So this particular area and this particular culture wanted to make sure that the Nai, the grandmother, was not going to be living in fear of her inevitable death because of an illness that they just kept saying benign shadows as her diagnosis with a CT scan and an X-ray. And it was interesting what caters to a good lie versus a hurtful lie. It was really neat. It makes you think. It really makes you think. So I'm about to put my subtitles back on so I can watch the next thing. And yeah, have you guys seen The Farewell? It was incredible. Awkwafina definitely deserved that Golden Globe. She deserved a lot more, but it's only the start. She's extremely talented, and I cannot wait to see what she does next. So thank you to everyone who made this production. Thank you to Lulu for putting this in that autobiographical sense. I learned some things. I did. Really did. That's all I got. Mucho mahalo.